to go for a ride, see how it goes. Not for a ride like to have fun, but for a ride because we're actually going to work. And we're just going to chill, see how it is. So just ride along with me and let me know if you enjoy the ride or not. Okay, dokie. My shoulder is killing me. The worst thing about wearing anything over your face, especially when it's chilly, is your nose starts running. And when your nose starts running, guess where it goes? Use me again. Right into the actual thing over your face, whether it's a scar, a baklava, whatever you have. Just like settling snot on your nose. Right on the rag, right on the whatever it is you got. So RAEVYN300 went on a ride with us, a group ride, as you guys should have seen. And I think it went really well. We took her on the expressway for the first time and hit a little traffic on the expressway as well. She did her first, no, actually it's her second group ride. It's with the same guys who rode with on the first group with her for her first group ride. But the thing is that when we left the location we went as our first spot, which was Brother Moto, we came back the back road, I say the back road, and area where I used to grow up in, actually. That was a kind of switch between, the best way to describe that is regular route, like highway, roads, streets, regular route, and a little bit of traffic light, and then we also had a funeral that we stopped for as well, too. So this was all her first time with all of that. And she did very well on the interstate. So we had to put her back on not just interstate, but regular roads because she did have some issues with, and she said it was her boots actually. So we'll look into that and make sure. But she had some issues with starting off. I want her to start off a little bit more to a faster pace. Not aggressive, just a little bit more of a faster pace with her takeoff, especially in group rides. She said that the heel of her boot continued to get stuck. I'm going to stop. She said the heel of her boot continued to get stuck right at her foot peg area here. And she couldn't shift properly in the second. It kept going into neutral. So I believe what it was is her heel was sitting on the peg in a certain way that when she tried to lift up, her foot was too far back and she didn't have enough leverage to actually pop it into second gear. So it kept going into neutral. She did pretty well. I think she did very well. So we have a couple of routes that we're going to take. And it's going to be a combination. Highway, interstate, and we'll do our regular highway, get on the interstate, take that interstate to an exit, get off at that exit where I believe is the most traffic, so she can get used to the stop and go. Try not to actually place your feet down, pace yourself to a point where you can slow your motorcycle down enough to where you're not having to place your feet down, you can keep going, that type of thing. So once we can get that squared away with her, get her confidence level boosted on that, then I think that'll be pretty good for her to start getting out. the biggest advantage I can tell you is having this actual Sena connected. That has actually been an advantage for her. For beginner riders who are starting out to ride with other people, or at least a partner, I myself would suggest getting an actual Bluetooth device to keep you two connected. The person who's actually taking them out on the ride, you can always communicate with them. Maintain communication. Maintain communication. Make sure that that new rider is talking to you so that you'll have an idea of what they're actually going through. Listen to the influx of their voice. Listen to the hesitation in the next word that they're about to state. Make sure that they're still saying focused and consistent sentences. Why do I say this? In all honesty, guys, I'm not a trainer in the aspect of motorcycling. These are key signs that we all give off if we're distressed. And you have to listen in on that. And if you hear this, you're able to speak to them on it. You're able to speak about that particular thing or have them bring it out so that you'll be able to help them hone in on what the situation is that they're in to make them feel more comfortable. So, I do highly, highly suggest that you make sure that if you have someone who's a beginner rider with you, that there is a form of communication between you and that rider. Group rides, I think that there should be as well, too. But some people don't have that. Sometimes the group is too large. But on a smaller scale, if everyone has the ability to communicate, or at least majority can communicate, I'm telling you, it just makes things even smoother. But when it comes to you with a partner rider, that the partner rider you're riding with is actually a new rider, and you're getting them out on the street, I do highly suggest you get Bluetooth communication. Whatever works for you. I'm not going to sit here and say what is best, what is not. Everyone can't afford $300 units. I couldn't afford a $300 unit. But the point that I'm saying is that, in all honesty, it's very, very, very much worth spending that dollar amount for it when it comes to safety and it comes to peace of mind and getting that new rider out to feel more comfortable riding. That's my gist of it. That's what I have to say. You guys know I always got something to say. So I'm heading up close to where I'm supposed to be. So I'm going to go ahead, sign off, tell you guys as usual, I appreciate you tuning in, listening to me talk, and allowing me to communicate with you. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to say arrivederci, and we'll talk to you guys later. This is your boy Dragon Chief, and I am out. Peace.